Hello, my friend. This is Clyde. Thank God for my peeps. Philippians 1:3-7 says, I thank my God for all the memories I have of you. Every time I pray for all of you, I do it with joy. I can do this because of the partnership we've had with you in the good news from the first day you believed until now. I'm convinced that God, who began this good work in you, will carry it through to completion on the day of Christ Jesus. You have a special place in my heart, so it's right for me to think this way about all of you. Every one of us likes to know that there are people who think about us, and I mean think pleasant thoughts about us. Some kids have amazing godparents, and they do wonders for these godchildren. Then there are some of us who have relatives who are always thinking about us, or so it seems. They call very often, they visit sometimes, but what about that member of your family who always gives you the most amazing gifts, expensive gifts, large sums of money? If you could turn back the hands of time, I'd remember an elementary school teacher who always seems to be thinking of her students in a good way. That teacher who would give her kids treat for being good. She would write nice cards for you on your birthday. She took you on some fantastic fun field trips. And we could go on and on just reminiscing on people who think about us in pleasant ways. This text is about that. This writer starts off with a beautiful statement. I thank God for all the memories I have of you. Notice he did not say, I thank God for you, which is normal, especially when people are around. But have you ever heard of out of sight, out of mind? Well, in this case, no, sir. Some people easily forget you when they are not around you, and it might not be because you're a bad person. People have lots of things going on in their world, lots of things on their mind that demand their attention and take up much of their day. So it is difficult for them to always be thinking about you. Ask someone who is married, especially a husband, that especially when he is at work, he hardly thinks about his wife. Of course, there are some people who, when you leave their presence, they are so glad to see you go. Maybe you cause them stress, or maybe they don't think you're a nice person. But here is a man who is saying, it is one thing to thank God for you when we are all together. But he takes it further by saying, I thank God for all the memories I have of you. Whew. That stirs up my curiosity to the max. Why? What is going on in this guy's mind? Well, he says that whenever he prays for these people, he is happy because they have had a great relationship in ministry. Several years ago, I got a card from my best friend. This guy makes his own greeting cards to express his thoughts. But on this occasion, and it wasn't a special occasion like birthday or Christmas, he sent me a card which had a bunch of nice adjectives written all over it. But it is what he wrote personally which was so precious. He said, there is no one else I could think of sending this card to but you. Blow me over with a feather. The writer says that his relationship with this group of persons is so special that when he prays for them, he does so with joy. Come on, you know that would warm your heart to know that somebody enjoys their relationship with you, that they pray for you with joy. He goes on to say, I thank my God for all the memories I have of you. And here is another reason. He says that I am confident that he who has begun a good work in you will carry it to completion. Now, hold it right there, Buster. Read that again. I am confident that he who has begun a good work in you will carry it to completion. I'm here doing cartwheels. This guy is saying something really, really precious. He says that God started a good work in me. Me? Little old me? What good work? Well, he probably sees how God has been blessing me. Maybe he's talking about some good changes that have occurred in my life. I'm glad to know that somebody notices that God has been good to me, that God has been making me into a better person. I am encouraged that someone is happy for me when they see what God is doing in my life, because some days things don't go well. But when I read this letter and hear the writer says that God is not through with me yet, that God won't stop working on me until I am a finished product, that is precious. That is beautiful. Well, finally, I love this last line. You have a special place in my heart, so it's right for me to think this way about all of you. This is too much. No, seriously. There is somebody who has me in their heart at all times. Somebody who is not my parents or my siblings or my wife, but somebody who I work with in church circles, somebody who I have grown to know, somebody who is always praying for me. This writer says that he has no apologies for saying good things about the people he's writing to, because he has nothing but good memories of them. And every time he prays for them, he joyfully gives God thanks for them. My friend, give thanks for some great persons you have met. People who pop into your mind every now and then. Give God thanks for people who have been great friends and colleagues. Give thanks for some special people in your life. They are a blessing to you, and you, no doubt, are a blessing to them.